Does everyone know what time it is? Yeah! That's right. It's time for a...
And that's right, I'm fired. We're running a few minutes behind because I got stuck in traffic.
Nothing new.
I got left work early today, and I thought I could go home and get some things taken care of and then make it back. But I live in Richardson now, so that traffic on 75 was murder.
Ooh, yeah. It seems like accidents happen around there all the time.
You know, it's the worst heading north, like heading home. Like every day this week has been an accident.
And you go home early.
Early.
That's the sad part about all
Yeah,
this.
and I'm not just like, let me have a little bump accident. Like car flipped, ambulance is there, fire trucks is there. Like every day this week.
That goes to my point about Dallas drivers, Kirsty. We have this ongoing debate about.
If this happened in Fort Worth,
it happens on 121 all the time too.
I don't take 121. That's for the weird people. I stay on 35 or 820 in that.
Wait, 35?
35.
Where they're doing construction?
Yeah, let's not talk about that part.
Okay.
But when I come to work, I take 30, and 30's been pretty good.
Yeah,
so.
now that they finished up the bridge and everything,
yeah,
it's not as bad.
Yeah, it was bad for a minute, but
I like how I forgot to introduce everybody. We jumped right in without introduction of anybody.
I'm Greg.
So man to the far, that's Fort Worth native over there is Beer Drew.
Represent.
And then to the right, left of him, right of me, Kirsty. I forgot her name for a second.
Damn.
It's been a rough day for me. All right. And then of course I'm your host Victor Santana, and then the man behind the veil, Ziggy, the funniest man alive.
Today's show is brought to you by being a little bit racist. Being a little bit racist. Are you kind of toasty but not quite drunk? Just try being a little bit racist. Who cares if you say something negative about Jews? Mel Gibson did it. Try being a little bit racist.
Hey, they did wonders for his career.
He's like, what
Right
can I
after
do?
the Passion?
Right after Passion. He did another movie. Not Zero Dark 30. What was that one? That
Apocalypto.
Apocalypto was another good one. But no, he
boring.
did
Hacksaw Ridge this year, I believe he did.
He kind of produced and then acted in.
What Women Want.
Cloud Atlas.
It's a really good suspense thriller with him in it, and his daughter gets killed right in front of his house.
Edge of Darkness.
Edge of Darkness.
Taken. No.
Edge of Darkness. That was a really good Mel Gibson after he was talking about the Jews.
It's not bad. It is an enjoyable movie, and I think that one's got Ray Winstone in it, right?
Yes.
Oh God, I love Ray Winstone.
He's one of the greatest actors of all time.
I know. He's just someone, he's almost like Tom Cruise. I just can't look at him anymore without getting pissed off.
What Tom Cruise did you?
He's just annoying.
I think now that I know so much about his backstory and like how crazy he kind of is underlying that, like
Tom Cruise or Mel Gibson?
Tom Cruise.
Well, both, but
I mean, Mel
Tom
Gibson's
Cruise.
Mel Gibson, but Tom Cruise, I don't know. Top Gun's good movie. I used to watch all the Mission Impossible stuff growing up.
Yeah, I did like
and
those.
and then I'm like, this dude's crazy. All that crazy Scientology stuff.
I mean, is he
Yeah.
crazy or his religion's
do
crazy?
you not see him on Oprah jumping on that couch?
But is it him or his religion?
Or was it the drugs? I don't
Does
know.
he take drugs?
I have no idea.
He'd probably be better off if he did.
Yeah, I don't know. So I mean, after all that kind of went down, I was just like, and yeah, I kind of judged him a little bit. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, I judge everybody. I
Yeah.
think me and my friend had a really nice little talk a few minutes ago. He says he lives his life loving everybody. He has a special place in his heart for the world. And I was like, well, I have a special place in my foot for the world.
Like Gaia, Mother Earth, or
Just love everybody. But I hate everybody. I just
That's-
love to hate everybody.
that's my tagline: ELE. Everybody love everybody.
I've never heard you say that.
Never heard
the
you say
day that we had that one talk where you said don't be a dick.
Oh, everybody love everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the only time you ever said it. But yeah.
It's from I stole it from Will Ferrell, but ELE everybody.
Well, what movie
Maybe
was
that's
that?
where his friend
Get
took
Hard?
it from.
Semi-pro.
Semi-pro. Oh my god, that's a good movie. I've
Yeah.
never thrown up. I haven't thrown up since 1952.
Throw up. No. I'm not going to do
Shut
it.
it out.
I'm not going to do it.
I think we do a fair amount of movie talks.
Movie Talk brought to you by Dallas Beer Talk.
We need to do that every couple of weeks.
Right.
We should do like a segment just dedicated to new movies once a month, like movies that we saw. I think old
I saw
movies we saw.
Baywatch a couple weeks ago.
With The
remake
Rock.
or-
Yeah, of course, the remake with The Rock and
How
Zac
bad was it?
Efron. I went in expecting nothing, but I've told everyone I've been surprised watching Baywatch because I never saw boobs, but I saw a penis.
They did a lot more
Oh.
abs on this one. This one, the preview, you saw a lot more abs. You barely
I
saw the
guess I
girls.
knew only girls would go.
Oh, you barely saw the girls like come out. And,
Yeah.
Like in the previews, like when you watch previews, you knew there were girls in it because it's Baywatch, and it kind of showed pictures of their faces.
Yeah, but they're focusing on Zac Efron and The Rock.
Yeah.
That's all they
Yeah.
did. That's why I was
That's
like, yeah.
true. I should have known walking in now.
Hey, America's evolved. We
all
don't
about that
we don't
dick.
womanize anymore. You know, it's
Well,
as much
I
anymore.
saw a lot of
Okay.
running in bikinis.
Wow.
Maybe
We
not.
just-
The
so
Rock was
extreme
running
as
right there
that
beside her. You know,
one.
so
That's true. And his pecs were
Yeah.
jiggling too.
beautiful pecs. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
So when do you guys think The Rock is gonna run for president? I mean, should be pretty soon.
I'm done with celebrities running for president. It failed the first time.
I don't think a celebrity has ran for president.
Technically, a second time. I guess it did.
Yeah.
Well, neither time worked out amazingly.
There
so.
you go. Yeah.
Yeah, she's people who don't know. She's referring to our current president and Reagan.
Mm-hmm.
Reagan was a well-known actor back in the days.
Yep.
Not well known. Let's not put that out there.
How
He-
dare you talk about Reagan like
His
that?
biggest starring role, he shared the top billing with a literal monkey.
He's in a lot of movies back in the days, and he was a famous actor. I wouldn't pull him on the A-list actors for back in the days, like in the 50s and 60s, but he was known. He got paid.
He's popping. So we got some beers today. I do see.
Yeah, this is another reason why I was running late. I had to go down to the local spot, Whole Foods on McKinney Avenue. You know, support. Thank you for Chanel coming out last week. Been on all those wonderful drinks.
Chanel was awesome. We love you, Chanel.
Should definitely come back anytime.
Yep.
Definitely an open door for her to promote whatever she wants to come out and do.
Yep.
And of course, we always show support.
Well, she'll be coming back on in
August
the near
10th.
future.
August 10th, she'll
Yeah.
be with Drew.
Ballast Point.
Dallas Point.
Ballast
Dallas
Point.
Point.
Yeah, Ballast Point.
I will get that name right before I get here.
San Diego Brewery, Ballast Point, has founded in 1996.
We did, when we say we, Andrew did some research.
Yeah.
I told him, hey, look, this is what it says here. Like, all right, I believe you. But
Closest research I've gone to is Chanel telling me all that juice about Vegas. So.
Wait,
I
what?
like how you guys look
wasn't
up.
that
What happened
on the
with
show
Vegas?
last week? Wasn't this the same guy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see, how
Yeah.
did you-
The one that went and did.
Oh, yeah, he's
he-
gonna be the same guy on the show. Yeah,
He owed her because he deuced out and went to Vegas. Which, if he won a lot of money, broke her off some. I mean, do
said he
you,
did.
man? Yeah,
Well,
we'll see you on the show and tell us about your exploits.
Yeah.
we're gonna
So-
ask about that Vegas trip definitely.
Mhm.
Also, we went and support Ziggy at his hilarious comedy show, the Backdoor Comedy Club.
Oh man,
out
that
here
was
in Dallas.
freaking hilarious. Ziggy did amazing. It was awesome.
The whole crew did amazing.
Don't sell us short, guys.
That's it. The whole crew did amazing. Of course, the headliner was funny. I've seen him on he was an opening mic for a few of the big tours I've seen, maybe Showtime or Comedy Central. I can't remember where he did
Yeah, he's toured with Chappelle. He toured with Joan Rivers when she was still alive. He toured India with Russell Peters.
Okay, yeah.
I think he was actually on the tour for part of it when Bill Burr went through China, I think.
Yeah, so I know I've seen him around. Just can't remember what tour he was on. I know he was funny, but the whole crew. And there were some people who tried some acts that I was like, okay, I could see that was pretty funny. But for the most part, from start to finish, everybody had their jokes, and it was really in line. So it was a
And
good
it was
show.
Surprising how many people there were. There was 8 comedians
Yeah.
coming up, which was kind of refreshing. You get all types of comedy that
Different
night.
acts came up. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
different types and styles, and we. I mean, I know I had drinking a little bit before we got there, and we were drinking while we were watching the show. So,
Yeah.
I'm sure things were pretty funny to me at that point, anyways. So,
Drinking and smoking hookah, so it was a
Oh,
good combination.
good hookah. We didn't ever tell you. So, okay, Went to this hookah spot in Arlington.
Will not be named.
Will
Do
not be
support
named.
that place.
Used to go there all the time back in the day whenever we were in
Then it was
college.
live.
You guys got
Changed it.
bitter after I left.
Yeah, well,
What
I'll tell you
happened?
why. So so it's BYOB, the hookah spot, and the girl, I told her I had some beer. She put them in the fridge, and she was pouring them for us, which is great. And she comes up at the end and says, hey, it's going to be $5 for the beer. You remember her saying that? Mm-hmm. She didn't say it was $5 per person for the beer.
Oh.
So that $5 ended up being multiplied by 5. If I carry the 1 divided by 2, it's $25.
Dang.
So I was like, holy shit.
And they charged her for fries we never got. So how she said, like, I was like,
Well,
oh,
Yeah.
she put the fries on my tab, but she
they
came.
still charged you. Just
And they charged me. Victor never got his fries. He was craving those fries,
really wanted those
but they
fries.
put it on my tab for some reason, but they gave me cash to compensate for how much the fries cost.
But that still doesn't make up for everything. That's a lot of money.
Yeah,
That's
I was like,
Arlington rips you off.
I was like, dude, I could have chugged these beers in the car. We could have all had some beers out there and just tailgated, and came
yeah.
inside.
Smoke a hookah, yeah. I mean, hookah,
Saved me $25.
the environment, they upgraded the place. They made it look more modern, and it's cool, but I missed. Well, it's nostalgic, the older place. So you missed the
Yeah.
nostalgic part for us. Apparently me and Andrew went around the same time when I first moved to Texas, and I used to be all up there all the time, and it was a shithole of a place, but it was just nostalgic and
Yeah.
a lot of fun. This place was a little more dry and stuff like that.
Yeah, just tried to make it too modern looking and hey,
Business.
they're trying to expand. No problem. No problem with that. But $25 for pour some beers.
That's
Come on
so
now.
much. Now, speaking of $25,
Mm.
On a lighter note, there was an event going on at Community Brewery this weekend. Me and
Oh, yeah,
Victor
so
attended.
Yes, we
It
did.
was a lot of fun because it had free beer.
Yeah.
Because it had free beer.
Yes, it was $25. And you got unlimited beer and free food, games, and it was a launch party for bracket dating.
Bracket.
Was it Grinder?
You know,
It was another
would've
app
been a lot
similar
more
to Grindr.
exciting. A better crowd.
Better, more lively.
I think it was
Yeah.
called bracket dating. Bracket dating. I got the shades in the car, so I should put them on.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I left mine at home. It was a weird concept. I would have never wanted to do this dating. It's almost like
It's basically like a basketball tournament. Like you go into a bracket with competing against a bunch of other guys, and I guess they have like a list of questions, or they ask you questions, and they could vote you to move forward versus another person. And then if you make it toward the end, now it's more intimate or connected because you won the bracket.
But you were like really sweaty at that point.
It's too much work. Yeah.
So I was like, I don't want to compete to talk to somebody. Listen, I never competed to talk to somebody at a bar.
Yeah.
If I walk up to you and I'm like, hey, what's going on? How you doing? And blah, 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 we shoot the shit. Like, let me buy you a drink. And then as I'm buying you a drink, you start talking. Oh, well, have the drink. Fuck off then. I'm not going to compete for your attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
No.
So you wouldn't dunk on somebody for.
First of all, if I could dunk, I would dunk on anybody.
Oh, no. Before the knee surgery, you had some major hops. But
all of 2 inches. Listen, I had never had a big vertical game when it came to basketball. I love basketball. I played basketball a lot. I was trash. my
hey,
entire
but
life.
you set up some alley oops though, at least, right?
I could definitely look like I can.
Was that?
I look good.
Alley-oop.
Like I had to look that where I could shoot, and the way I passed the ball looked like I could play. But when it came down to actually making a bucket,
You'd
I
miss
was like
every time.
1 in 18.
Kobe.
Yeah.
Oh,
I remember
next time I got that. I got
like
that next time.
Like the highlight of a pickup game is like I missed maybe 10 shots, and then the game-winning point they passed me. I'm wide open. I missed 10 shots previously. I shoot it up. Went in. I was like, yes.
Hey, but that's a good little niche thing to have. People think you're trash, and then you're like, "Hey, I'm clutch though. Watch this."
How about that? When the game's on the line, I win this.
Yeah.
You know, but I miss everything else between then. You know, basically like Kobe.
Yeah.
You know,
So, how many beers did you guys have at Community? Any
We had
good
quite a few,
ones?
and have some wine.
Oh, wine, nice.
We got. I was really hoping Amber would be here. We had a really interesting conversation about relationships, and I was really hoping she'd be here because I like her perspective of it.
Well, she was good at talking about relationships because she's out on a date today.
Thanks to Bracket,
So-
Amber is now on a date.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bracket.
It's
She won
legit,
her bracket.
You know? They get you drunk and then you find your one.
That's
On
right.
that one, so she's bent back to wherever she came from.
Tulsa.
I was gonna name it. I was gonna keep it out there.
The land of
Oklahoma.
tornadoes, Tulsa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where everybody
Yeah,
comes from around here,
that's
Oklahoma.
more.
Where the wind comes whipping down the plains.
Yeah.
That's
How
right.
did you know?
'Cause I'm from Oklahoma.
You can sit and talk and watch a hawk and
That man, Ziggy.
I missed something here. Okay.
That's from Roger and Hammerstein's Oklahoma.
Okay.
Greatest
Glad I missed it.
cinematic adventure in our times. Not
I
really.
believe you've never seen it.
Therefore, they force you to watch it in Oklahoma.
Make it as mandatory.
They brainwash
Every
you.
year you have to watch it.
That's all it's known for in Oklahoma.
There's
I do
nothing
believe.
to do but to watch Oklahoma.
Catfish noodling and watching Oklahoma
Ooh.
and drinking
You know
low
what, noodling?
ABV beers.
I got noodling done on my redneck bucket list.
what?
Oh, you never heard? I have a redneck bucket list.
Okay.
So when I first moved to Texas, you know how everybody has a bucket list. And before we move on to this bucket list story, because we went to support community and it had some decent beers, we got another beer from community here today.
It is the Passiflora.
Passiflora, passion fruit. I can't read.
Yeah,
But we
it's a
talking about
white
that.
IPA.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. But redneck bucket list basically is I have a bunch of white things I need to try before I die. You know, you have a bucket list like you're gonna.
Does it have to be white though? Can't there be black rednecks?
No.
I don't know.
I mean,
Well, there are. They just don't last past the first camping trip.
Facts.
So what's on your bucket list? You tried the catfish noodling,
I did.
right?
I went noodling. I did the
Porta potty?
tipping.
Tipping. Have you cow tipped?
oh, sorry. I was just curious. Did they trick you into
The cow
being
tipping?
behind the porta potty?
No,
and,
what
like,
they did
lowering
was
it
trick
down?
me to tackle it versus kicking it.
Ooh.
So I tackled the porta potty, and then they came on and took my shins out. I nearly broke both my shins. I had such a big indentation in my shins that it lasted for like a year and a half.
Damn.
It's only funny if you get shit on you.
Why do you want me to
made
get
it
shit on?
real. No, that's what happened to my cousin when we did it.
That's easily you
they-
can get rid of that, but
Yeah,
they scarred you,
Two
man.
broken shins.
They scarred you. That's just not nice.
I went to like a bonfire. I went like shooting and things like that. Like there's tons of like I'm supposed to go gator hunting. That's on my list.
Oh.
You know, squirrel hunting.
I
Okay,
used to watch
squirrel
some show where they used to hunt alligators, and it's pretty intense.
I want to go gator hunting too. That's on my
Shoot
just
'em.
regular.
Shoot them.
You ever see the show? Is it Swamp People?
Swamp People.
Man,
Shoot
it
them.
was a good show.
Shoot them.
Shoot him. He's like pulling them up off like a. So basically, for those who haven't seen the show, they set like little lines out with chickens, like little broiler chickens on a line, and so in a hook on the chicken. The gator comes, grabs it, and is like trying to like go off with it, but it obviously gets stuck in the gator, and it's there like stuck on the line. So you come by, you pull the line just to make sure that it's on there. Then you come and you like pull it up, and it fucking comes and jumps up, and you're like wrestling it, trying to like hang it over the boat, so that somebody can go there with like a gun and just pop it in the head, get a clean kill. And
You know
so,
that gator there, he come grab that chicken, but he can't get away because that gator got a hook on.
It's one of the greatest shows of the late 2000s.
yeah, it's
It was like a phenom. Like they had like 3 or 4 different versions by the end of it. It was fucking hilarious.
it's good stuff. It's repetitive. You know what's gonna happen. They're gonna hunt some gators.
Every week the same way. Then they had different ones. They had like one that was like kind of in shape with a pony, like a rat tail.
Yeah,
it was
that-
fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I just couldn't do it. It's kind of like the Honey Boo Boo, like people like that.
No,
Like,
this-
I grew
this
up
was
with
better.
you guys.
It was
I don't want to see it
I'm
anymore.
classy now.
Yeah, I'm
so.
a classy
I'm
bitch.
in Dallas now,
But yeah, that's-
not Fort Worth.
Wow.
Bam.
If anybody was from Fort Worth, they'd be offended. That's for sure.
Dallas Fort Worth. We all one big happy family.
That's right. There you go, Victor. ELE. I'm gonna go with you, Victor. ELE. Everybody love everybody.
But I used to have it written down. I can't find that list anymore. But I had a bunch of things written down. You know, I did cow tipping. You know, got to go squirrel hunting. And there's a few other things I got to do.
Skydiving.
So it's my regular. I have a regular bucket list. And I have a redneck bucket list.
There you
It's
go.
a very big difference.
So are there any that kind of like overlap?
No, it's completely different. Like gator hunt is on the redneck bucket list.
What about gator skydiving? Like you skydive with a gator.
With a gator,
The gator?
Yeah.
Shoot.
I have a baby gator. Do we have a restriction on age?
No, see, because the parachute is on the gator, and you are strapped to the gator's stomach.
Yo, that's an experience.
That would be an
Yeah, but it's
experience.
fun because you have to reach around and pull the cord because their arms.
They're
There's
too
can't
short.
reach.
movement there.
Pull the cord. Can't reach.
Oh man, but Yeah, I'm surprised I never told you guys that. I have a redneck bucket list. So we on this show. If anyone wants to tell me what my redneck bucket list, by all means. Let's get some things knocked off. Or you want to add to the redneck bucket list? I got to go to a NASCAR game.
Oh yeah.
I've been to drag racing.
I think. I think NASCAR race is the appropriate term. not a lot of. It's not a ball sport. I don't think you call it a game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to do that. You know,
NASCAR. My parents are super into
got to cook
NASCAR,
meth.
and they're
Do they
into.
watch the whole NASCAR?
They check in on it, and they have it on, and they like check on it. And I'm like, this is the most boring sport in the world, and super wasteful. Burning a bunch of fuel and tires, changing them out like nothing.
The most boring sport in the world.
I
can
watched
get into
golf before. I would
You gotta
watch
use your brain in
NASCAR.
golf. I kind of like. I mean, you have
You got to
to
use your brain in NASCAR
but-
too.
I know.
It's just dumb people
Yeah,
like behind
you,
the wheel.
you have to use
Okay.
your brain to say go left,
And then you
go
got to use your
left.
brain to hit the ball and just walk. Walk.
There's a lot of skill, man.
No.
Yeah,
Listen,
Yeah.
some very
get in
fine
the car.
skills.
Have you been in a car that went almost 200 miles an hour?
skills. Yeah, last week.
Okay, I have. And I almost shit myself. Listen, it is not something as easy to be like, okay, I'm just going to turn left.
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah,
not saying
no,
it's not
definitely.
hard, but it's boring sport to watch because it's.
You're making 100.
Well, any
laps.
sport, you don't
Only
understand the
watch the last 5
difficulty.
minutes.
So this is my biggest gripe with people because I hate soccer. And people are like, you don't understand how hard soccer is. Okay, I get the concept. Still sucks. People be like, I don't like baseball. It's boring. Well, you don't understand how difficult it is. When you can't fathom, like understand the difficulty in that sport or what they're achieving in, to you on the outside looking in, it's quite boring.
I
Yeah,
can
like
respect
NASCAR.
it, but still be bored.
Yeah.
I don't have respect for golf players, but it's still a shitty sport. But people say it's hard. Fuck
It's
that
not my
sport.
favorite, but I'm not into NASCAR.
But if I had a choice, I'd watch golf.
I've had a choice.
Yeah,
If
I
I had a
agree.
choice. These are my 3 sports to watch on TV.
Tennis.
Yep.
No, tennis is all day. That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm gonna watch that regardless. Between soccer, hockey,
Mm-hmm.
golf, and NASCAR.
Hockey.
Number 1 is gonna be hockey. Number 2 is gonna be NASCAR.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3 is gonna be golf.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4 is gonna be soccer. Fuck soccer.
So they have different types of like races and stuff, and like NASCAR. So there's NASCAR, like the normal circuit you see, like at the Texas Motor Speedway. Then they also have things that are like called like the drag racing stuff, like the funny cars.
But it's not
They have the
NASCAR.
other one. It's not NASCAR, but they have the same like style, like cars, what have you.
No, you have your funny cars, you have your tune cars, then you have your box NASCAR races, then you
Yeah.
have your Indy races,
Yeah.
which is a high rev. Listen, I know a lot of people who's into racing. They're
Yeah.
vastly different and all different.
Yeah, but I'm saying between that, my parents are into NASCAR and they like funny cars. So when they watch funny car stuff, it's pretty cool to see because they like, it's quick and it's interesting because crazy stuff can happen. They're going super, super insanely fast, but NASCAR gets boring to me after a while. So
Anyone want to see monster trucks? Just
Hey.
like drive over
You know,
a
I've
bunch
actually
of
been
shit.
to one. I've been to one.
Yeah, was
Yeah.
it fun?
You know, you don't think it would be fucking entertaining? But
I
you get
think
some
it would be.
I feel like it
You
would
get
be.
some
Yeah.
beers. Listen, I went there like this is the most dumbest shit I've been invited to in my life, but I got a free ticket. Let's just do this.
yeah.
It's-
Redneck bucket list right
It-
there.
It was if it was on there, it'd have been knocked off. I mean, now I'm just put that on there real quick and be like, I knocked it off.
I'm super down with some of those monster
Listen,
truck
you get some
races.
beers in you, and you hear this loud noise, and you hear these crashes, and it's fucking
See them like, oh,
Yeah.
and they both like tip over, but they roll back over.
and it gets back up. That's fucking. You get into it.
You hear those commercials on the TV that they have like monster truck racing, Red Bull Arena.
Sunday, 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 down at the shit show.
Introducing Gravedigger.
You don't think it'll be fun?
I'd
Like,
be down.
even the commercials don't seem fun to me. It never appeals to me. But they're like, hey, we got some tickets. Want to go? I'm like, fuck yeah,
Why not?
Oh, yeah,
let's do
always.
it. It's an experience, Get that out there. So be like, you know what? I did that, done that. I did done that. What?
Yeah.
I guess.
Do it again.
That
Sound
works.
weird. Sound weird. All right, but it was fun. That was fun. There's other things like the funny car races I went to years ago. We had a box seats, and they set me up like before the races. When you walk into the box seat, it has all the beers and the liquor, and I got like drawn to the beers and the liquor real quick, and I'm drinking. Well, next to the beers and liquor, there's earplugs. Yeah, everybody has to grab the earplugs. I ask what's that, then I don't worry about that. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm just sitting there drinking.
Okay.
But I don't notice like people have their own special earplugs. I don't notice these things. I'm just there like I already saw the cars. So I'm like super excited talking about the cars. Like I've never seen an engine like that before in my
Yeah.
life. This is freaking hilarious. I've never seen like the people who are on the track that were behind the cars.
Yeah.
They get this tar on them from the tires.
Yeah,
So they got like this thing on their face. It's fucking hilarious. I'm talking to them. They're like half deaf, so they like mad loud. Yeah. So I get why they had those big things on their head when they down there. So I'm just explaining my experience. I'm just talking shit. We go sit down. Now, mind you, I don't notice there's 4 phones recording me right before the first race. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, all right, I got my beers in hand. I'm about to watch this
You're
race.
so like trusting and innocent.
I know.
Everyone has them in except you, and your friend said you don't need them. So.
Well, I'm not looking at nobody else. Not
Yeah.
until I'm not paying attention to people's ears. I'm not really seeing it. And I see some older people with like actual big old things. I'm like, oh, because they're
Old
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
So frail.
Yeah, you protect what little hearing they got left. Got it. So sit there. Now, when these cars take off, and I don't know if anybody else experienced like went to a drag race.
No, we're planning on going to some of those drag races in Kennedale, I think.
Yeah. So you, even though you're in like now you have stands that's closer to it, then you're in the suites. I'm in the suite a little further back behind it. Now, you thinking that far, you won't feel the engine, but you feel it in your chest.
The shockwave.
Yeah. So the engine, they're revving, and I'm hearing it. I'm like, okay, it's gonna be loud as fuck. All right. And then they go, and once they go, like I felt it in my chest. My ears were already blown the fuck out.
Did you get
And then I
startled? You're
just-
like,
a bunch of beer behind me. And they all recorded me doing that, and it was just fucking horrible. And I'm looking at everybody, they're dying laughing.
that's
I was
awesome.
like, fuck you guys. You know, it got me for the setup.
Man, they got you bad.
That's the only reason they brought you. They were like, "Who's the one person who's never been?" All right, invite Victor,
Yeah, let's see if we can get him fucked up real quick.
that New Yorker.
But after that, after my hearing kind of came back, I'm kind of deaf at work. I think that's part of the reason why I'm deaf at work, because people like Andrew will tell me a story, and I like a phrase, and I get the thing completely wrong. Like, I'm like, did you say that? He's like, no, not even fucking close.
I said this.
How the fuck did you get that from what I said? I was like, I don't know.
And I've been known to mumble. So when I talk sometimes and I assume people ask me to repeat what I said, I'm like, okay, it's me. I'm probably mumbling. Let me enunciate and say a little bit clearer. So I'm like, did I mumble that bad where you thought I said this? And he's like, no, I just can't hear, man. It's not you. It's me. So,
It's a combination. It could be a combination of both. I don't
probably,
fucking
yeah,
know.
it could be a combination, but honestly.
Yeah,
So,
man, fuck it, man. But
yeah.
I've done a lot of things in my life I'm proud of, and I've done a lot of things I want to do. There's a lot of things left I want to do. So let's see.
Yeah. Plenty of time.
Start my own beer.
Yeah, let's start up on some of
open
that.
it
So we're gonna do the community one. It's not passion fruit. What's it called?
Passiflora,
Passiflora.
white IPA,
So white IPA.
brewed in the Himalayas
And I
by
don't-
Shaolin monks.
Believe we tried this on Friday
was
night.
not
Am I
available.
correct? Okay, this is a special.
I just got this one because one, it was I got this one because one, it said it was a white IPA. Second was because we just went there, so I want to show them support and love.
Was Chanel up there whenever you went up there?
To Whole Foods?
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope. Next time, Chanel.
Also didn't text her. I was running behind. So if you was there, Chanel, I'm sorry. I already smell it. Unfortunate community.
Ooh, yeah.
Uh
I'm not gonna.
I can smell it over here too.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be a fan.
oh. Gonna be real sweet.
When you get a chance to sit down, Ziggy, can you tell me what's the ABV and also what they recommend for this?
I think it was like a 6.5.
Here you go, young man. Thank you, sir. See, I like these girls enough for 4 full beers.
I like the metal one. The one I have is glass, so if I drop it, it's gone. The growler that I have,
You bought the real fancy one.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It looks nice.
Is it a dark glass then? I'm
Yeah.
assuming not clear all the way through.
Yeah, it's a dark glass. I got it from Taps and Caps.
And then
Nice.
one I got from Social Pie was the glass one as well.
Oh yeah, these are the same way. All right, well, let's
All
try
right,
this
let's
out.
give it a try.
Named for the passion fruit flower, our Passiflora IPA offers harmonious tropical flavors from a distinct hop blend and copious amounts of passion fruit puree.
It's pretty interesting.
Yeah,
It's not
it's-
super carbonated. Like it kind of like the fizz kind of dies out a little bit halfway through.
It's not as like with the smell. It
It
smells so
smells-
strong.
Yeah, it smells very strong
I'm
and
2
fruity.
beers deep, but it's not as strong tasting
Not
as
as
it is
hoppy.
strong smelling.
Yeah, you smell the hops, but you don't taste them.
It tastes a little like the sours we had last week, kind of.
It's a little bit, yeah, it's a little bit
bit.
on the tart side, yeah.
Yeah, I taste more of the fruit than I do I think
It's pretty well balanced.
I think I like it.
Yeah.
Another
This
sample.
was you surprised us, community, because I think all of us with the smell, we were like, yeah, we won't like it too much.
Andrew loved the smell.
I like the smell. Smell good to me.
Now when it comes to now this did rattle my car a little bit. You know, since I was in a rush, I didn't like seatbelt my growlers in. I kind of threw them in my seat and
And the way Victor drives, he went 200 miles an hour to get here.
Yeah, scared as shit. But and it's a little warmer now. So also, I think I like the beers a little warmer. But everything I'm tasting on this, I like it. You do get the hops up front, but it's not harsh. You get a nice even keel taste of that hop flavor, and then immediately afterwards you get a hit with a bunch of fruit notes. And like, I don't know what flowers taste like, but I know I can smell flowers, and it smells like it's flower, but yeah, it's sweet right immediately afterwards. You know, so
Yeah, it finishes kind of like tart. It has like a, I don't know what that final like note is, because it goes from like that kind of like floral kind of scent taste to like some other like little, it switches, right? Almost like, I don't know if it's hops or what it is at the end, but
This
it's
one
something.
we're definitely going to have to ask them about. They did say they would come on the show.
big up to Kirsty. She did work on Friday. She did get their business card and got the email for the brewmaster. So we will be reaching out to them again. Also, Chanel said she could also hook us up with them too. So
It's almost for sure now.
yeah,
Yeah, so we'll just have to remember to ask them about this beer.
Definitely.
So I'm very impressed.
Yeah, it's tasty.
I'll tell you this right now. I personally think I like it. Now, how I rate beers is what I sit around and drink it. At this moment right now, with this beer, I can see myself going out buying it, sitting out by the pool or in the house drinking this beer.
Yeah.
I think it's worth it for the ABV. If you like IPAs, but you don't like too much of the hops, this is barely in your realm of IPAs. Overall, I give it definitely a buy. You know, go out there and buy it.
Yeah, it's definitely
I
good.
would
You want to
agree.
try some little bit unique that we haven't really tried yet on the show.
Yeah, no.
And there's definitely a nice little flavor to it. I'm very surprised, very, very surprised. So big thumbs up. People also follow us on Untapped app.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to mention that. So for those of you that don't have the Untapped app, it's kind of like you can try your beers, record the beers you've tried, post pictures of it, and give it a rating and your thoughts and comments on it. And you can kind of have different friends on there and share. So I made one for Dallas Beertalk. So username is just Dallas Beertalk. And what we're going to do going forward now is the beers that we try on air, we're going to start a running list of the ones that we have. So we kind of have an archive of all the ones we've tried. And if people want to send recommendations of beer, it's a good spot to do it. So everybody go out and add Dallas Beertalk on the Untapped app.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think we're definitely going to backtrack and put on the list of beers we have tried here.
Yeah.
It's quite a few, but we would definitely take some time to backtrack. Also, people who do follow, look interested about our YouTube and SoundCloud, where I'm a little behind on both, but I've been uploading slowly but surely as my internet got better. So we're up to episode 10 on YouTube. I think episode 5 on SoundCloud. But you can catch everything here on DallasOnAir.com, as well as our Facebook, which is also doing pretty well. We do a lot of most of our communication through Instagram and Facebook.
Especially Facebook. So
Yeah.
hit us up there if you're wanting us to review something next week or
right.
in
Please
a couple weeks following.
Make Kirsty happy.
Yeah.
Make me happy.
Please. No more stouts. No more.
Please. No, I got to go to the Collective Brewing Project in Fort Worth. So big ups to Fort Worth.
Yes. If anyone watched last week,
Yeah, we had, so when Chanel came on, one of the beers she brought was the Cup of Beer, which is the one that's brewed with the ramen noodles.
Yeah, that was really good. That was
Yeah,
really good.
it's
I
a
got to put that
sour.
up there.
It's a Gosa, and
Yeah, she said that. I still don't know what Ghost is.
it's basically like a salty sour. That's how I...
That's right. That's what she said.
Yeah,
I
that's
was
how I
kind
put
of
it.
drunk last week, too.
yeah, right.
We
That's
had a lot of beer. Yeah.
The only reason I kind of remember that is because I rewatch our episodes and kind of break it down to clips.
Yeah.
And I remember her saying that, yeah.
Yeah. So it was cool, though. It's a cool spot. I know it's out there. I just never been over there. It's not that far from my house. Went out there with my wife and my sister-in-law and the family and stuff. But a pretty big spot, like a lot of tables to sit down. And the beers are really good. So pretty creative beers. We had That one, my sister-in-law had the Petite Blonde, which was like a sour, but it tasted more like almost like a champagne. It's kind of dry.
Oh.
Amy had the Guava Thunder,
Ooh.
which was the one that I was going to bring on to the show.
Hey,
But
that sounds pretty good,
It was
actually.
pretty pricey for those full 64-ounce growlers. But it was really good.
Definitely don't support that growler price.
Lower them down for us, guys.
Yeah.
We got kids to feed.
You know, they're free.
We had the cup of beer, which was the one from the show.
And what did everyone else think about that beer? Did
They
you let
liked it.
everyone give it a taste?
Yeah. We all just kind of traded beers and everyone got a sip, but it was really
I
good.
think it
wonder that'd be
surprises
fun.
people.
I wonder if it'd be fun going to a group of friends to try like a new brewery or a new bar that has different things and
Yeah.
sharing beers.
Yeah.
You know, I know we've done that like once or twice, like for you to explain, like try to figure out like what we like and don't like.
Yeah.
But I think that'd be fun, like going to a group of friends like you do, like what we do here on the
You
show.
gotta go to Pegasus Brewery. I've never had
That's
any
close
beer
to
of
over here.
theirs. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't either.
But that's been recommended to us a few times from
Quite
my
a few
friend
times.
Alex. So, and then
Alex, she always needs to come. She also needs to come on the show. She has a very nice perspective on life as well. We have had a nice little argument about different things.
sounds like her.
Sound like
Nice
us.
little arguments. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a nice little argument.
But there was a good stout there as well. It's called End of the Week. But the week is WEAK, so like your week.
Nice.
But yeah, it was really good, and I think you would really like that
I
one.
already had me. You had me at stout. It's very few stouts I don't like.
Yeah,
No, they're out there, and I never thought I'd be like, I don't like this stout.
yeah.
They're out there. I'm like, oh, what the fuck these people are doing?
There's some.
But I just like that name. Mm-hmm. It's a good name.
Yeah. And yeah, I feel like we need
was
to
tasty.
start. I was talking about a rating system over the weekend with a friend on people's attractiveness. Okay, it was Victor. He's cool with me saying it. But I think we could actually bring it to beer. And it would be better than just like a 1 to 10.
Like how pretty is the beer?
Well, we could.
Yeah.
So
well, you know.
So for people who don't know, there's a comedian called Patrice ONeal who has passed away several years ago, who came out with a rating system how to rate attractive women, and it's a fucking hilarious bit. So I'm not doing it by any justice by saying it here. So go YouTube it, whatever you need to do to hear his version of saying it. It's fucking hilarious. But what basically is you don't want to rate women or anything 1 to 10 because when you rate something a 6 or a 7, you're just really being nice, but it's still too close to a 10. You know, if I rate you a 6 or a 7, like if I rate you a 7, but you're really in my opinion a 5, but I tell you just be nice, you're a 7. You're still close to 10. You're too close to perfection.
So you gotta like scale it down to like less numbers.
No. You scale
No.
it to more numbers.
Ah,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So
okay.
from 1 to 10, you're ugly. From 11 to 20, you're an all right looking chick. And from 21 to 30, you're a fine chick. And how he's described it, if you're a 10, you're a fine ass ugly chick.
You're in the higher end.
Yeah.
Be
proud.
Of that
You're a
quartile.
fine ass ugly chick. We know you ugly, but you kind of fine. You know, but then if
You're
you're
fine for the ugly people.
and then if you're 18, you a fine ass, all right looking chick, like a normal looking girl. Like you're a fine ass, normal
Backhanded
looking girl.
compliment.
You're a fine ass, normal looking girl. You know, and at the tail end, he said, if you're 22, you're an ugly ass, fine chick.
Which is better than the fine ass average chick.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he says the reason you want to rate these women that way, or just in your mind rate them, because you have to approach these women with some type of level of confidence. You know, if I approach an ugly chick, fine as ugly chick, she's still an ugly chick. I approach her however the fuck I want. I'm still gonna get them numbers.
That's right.
And all right,
Well, Victor's always gonna get them numbers. We need to make a shirt that
have-
says Victor. You gotta get them numbers.
I've definitely struck out many times in life, but you gotta be willing to strike out.
Yeah.
You know. But I like that idea for the beers. We rate
Yeah.
them to how would we rate them?
Like college beers.
Oh, 1 to 10.
Coors, Bud Light. I mean, that's 1 to 10 for sure.
Yeah.
And then you go into, even a Shiner. What I'd give it a 14 on that type of scale.
We definitely have to sit
Average,
off
yeah.
air and
Yeah.
talk about it. We have to really map this out.
Map this
Because
out.
what I was thinking in my head about rating system, I was rating like a buy or pass or give it a try, type of thing. Keep it simple. Like I said earlier, for this, like instead of saying I would buy it for the pool, I'd be like people who like IPAs definitely go out and give it a buy.
Yeah.
But definitely I like the idea of talking shit too. We gotta give it a 10.
Yeah.
You know?
That Coors, it gets a 1.
Yeah.
So
So
It tastes like water.
definitely off air, we'll sit back and definitely like hash this out and try to come up with a real rating system.
That would be nice.
I think that's more legit than 1 to 10. So
Yeah, I like it.
I mean, Victor really blew my mind with this 1 to 30, and he brought it up at bracket dating. So it was just like,
and then pointed out
So
like,
you guys were like having
well, we saw a few
yeah.
22s. Like there are some fine girls, but they're on the ugly scale of fine. Like
yeah.
you know, and then we saw some.
Victor found some 22s. Me and my friend, we debated. It was 19s.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
No, listen.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, guys.
Exactly.
Fine ass,
Exactly.
all right looking chick. They were not. They were ugly ass, fine chicks.
No, we've had this like debate about like different celebrities and who we think's cute. So I see
Scarlett Johansson.
we all have our own different.
30. Like she has to be
No.
30. Scarlett Johansson. Come on.
Yeah, she's not my
Yeah.
type. That's
She's
like
goofy,
a 15.
big old booty, big old titties.
No, big old titties. It's all right.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right. Ziggy, what do you think of the beer? This week's first beer.
I enjoy it. It's pretty good.
It's got an interesting taste, right?
It's
Scale
not
of,
overpowering. That's what I appreciate about it.
Scale of 1 to
that's a good point.
30. What would you say?
Is it good? Little 19? Was that what we just threw out?
Yeah,
Actually,
I like
that's-
that.
Yeah, that's good.
We're definitely gonna like. I like that as a rating. We're definitely gonna hash this out and make this a little comedy bit of it, but make it like our own rating scale.
Yeah.
Because I don't like 5-star ratings either.
Yeah, it's
That's way
like too
simplified.
minimal.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's like how do you differentiate between a 4 and a 5?
I've
It's
had
like-
some 4 stars that are not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Food and hotels.
Yeah, same thing. I've had some 2 stars.
Not that one in New York though. The hotel in New York.
Oh, yeah, that hotel was bomb.
Nice. Get
The
that good hookup on
burning.
the price.
So we're gonna. I need Kirsty to hurry up and chug that beer real quick, and then
Yeah,
we're
so
gonna
we
move
can go
on
ahead
to
and,
Took
the.
my last beer.
Did you? We didn't see it.
It was a slow sip.
Was it on camera?
It was like
See
a
that?
quarter full.
That's the man right there.
Those who can't see the mysterious
Dang.
Ziggy, he had a power chug. Let us chug in the name of Beertalk.
that was a good one.
All right, Kirsty. No pressure. Kirsty's face.
She's a power chugger.
She's
It
hating.
tasted really good at first.
She's hating us right now because
We went from 19 to 15.
I got your new glass.
Oh, thank
look
you.
at that.
Back to 19. All right. So which one is this?
This is from Deep Ellum Brewery, and unfortunately, the name is written came off this growler. It's chocolate something.
It's a cherry chocolate stout.
Hold on, Ziggy got it.
It is a cherry chocolate double brown stout. Who says brewers can't pluck your heartstrings? We'll play right to your heart and palate and belly by taking our already smooth and rich double brown stout and adding out a night on the town by adding real tart and dark sweet cherries at the beginning of fermentation and organic fair trade cocoa nibs at the end of conditioning.
oh, the nibs.
Once a year, we
Yeah,
treat
nib.
our double brown stout lavishly. Don't be a selfish lover. Share this with someone special.
Share your nibs with your lover, guys.
I'm sharing this with
This
you
is
guys
the
'cause, like,
year of the nib.
God damn it, Victor, you fucked up today. I'm sharing this with you guys because I love you guys,
Oh, we love
and
you
I
too,
really
man.
don't like a lot of people in this world.
And this is 8% ABV.
All right.
So just a
I'm surprised that usually a lot of breweries will come out with a cherry chocolate stout around Valentine's Day. So it's kind of cool that this one is year round. Be interested to see if it's good.
it pours very nice. It looks
does.
nice and dark,
Yeah.
just like Kirsty likes it. Give her an extra helping.
You know, I
her
liked
coffee.
last week, so
Yeah,
and I'm starting to drink coffee, so I'm trying
Are
to
you?
adjust my taste
Wow.
buds. Yep.
I
You
wanna
drink
give it-
coffee because of the schedule, or you drink coffee because you want to drink more stouts?
It's
It's a combination of
For
I
work.
want to learn how to drink coffee, like black coffee, because it's actually good for you,
Mm-hmm.
and then stouts as well.
If you want to
So-
learn how to drink black coffee, this is how I did it. French press. You know, it makes it weaker. It naturally makes the coffee weaker. So it's a little more on the watered down side.
diluted.
Just if you follow the original scale, it's really, really diluted. I make it a little stronger because I'm starting to get used to the taste of coffee, black coffee. But if you want to try to get used to black coffee with a little hint of sugar or a little hint of milk to it, or cinnamon, or whatever you want, a combination you want to put to it, French press is the way to go.
Okay.
Or you can get some espresso, like I enjoy.
I like espressos too. Actually,
Cafecito. You need a Cuban espresso.
Cafecito. That's not where we're going with that.
No,
All right, well, let us
let's give this one a
imbibe
try.
this
Salud.
beer.
Shout out to Deep Ellum. I think this is our second time having him on the show. Like on the beer.
Yeah, through
so.
their beers. We need to have them on the show. That'd be nice. But yeah,
That was
It's got like
definitely
a-
cherry take.
you can
my
definitely
God.
smell the cherry.
Yeah, that's delicious.
I got cherry real quick up front.
I got
and then
dark
kinda
chocolate.
The dark chocolate in the back.
Yeah, I agree with that. I smell the cherry, tasted the cherry in the beginning, and it's got like that kind of really like dark chocolate taste kind of coming in the back
The
end.
So-
aftertaste I really enjoy.
yeah,
The
for-
front taste I'm iffy about.
I'm not a big fan of
but
cherries either, but the tail end for me, everything is how it ends. And I love the dark chocolate. For people who don't, they always think
That's
stouts.
right. Victor does the dark chocolate. Ladies,
Yeah,
Hey,
it's obvious on the women I dated.
find him on Tinder.
I do. No, so
it's good though. It's very balanced. Let's bring it back to the beer again.
I can't
Victor loves
focus.
dark
Think
women,
about
but this
it.
is a dark beer that is to die for.
So what I was trying to say was, for people who say stouts just always taste like coffee, this is one of the rare times that it actually tastes like chocolate. Like it's
Yeah.
dark
Like
chocolate.
last week's and this week is just like chocolate.
Yeah,
to
so
me.
that I really want to give a big shout out to that one we had last week. It was
Samuel Smith's
Smith's
organic chocolate.
Yeah, organic chocolate stout, and that one was really really good. I haven't had it in so long. I forgot that it's real sweet, so it's more like it's like sweet chocolate,
Yeah,
but it does
it's
have a
like milk
very
chocolate,
chocolatey
and this
taste
is
to it.
dark chocolate.
Very good.
What do you
But
think, Ziggy?
This one's good. Ziggy, what's your thoughts? Give us your
He
breakdown.
rated it a 9.
Sorry.
He rated it a 9 out of 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. That's not inaccurate. I'm not a huge fan of this one. Guys.
Do you like the stouts in general that we've tried prior?
Some of them?
Some of them.
Some of them.
Not a stout
I think
fan.
I might not be a stout guy.
Yeah, not yet.
That's
My
okay.
type of
We
guy
all
right
have
there.
the
Listen,
room
we don't
to
have to like
evolve.
everything, Andrew. We
all-
don't have to like everything.
We all have the room to improve. I'm telling you, there's.
Well, there's nothing for him to
No.
prove. This is what he likes.
It's not a personal failing that I don't like a type of beer. Let's get that right out of the way.
Evolve. We can all evolve, guys. I remember trying stuff when I first started drinking like craft beer, and there was ones that I didn't really care for or didn't really want to like really touch, and that I enjoyed. And then I look back now, and there's some that I didn't really. I don't care for those styles as much anymore, but I still appreciate them, I guess. So I mean, your palate kind of evolves
It
after you
evolves.
try enough,
As you watch this
as you
show,
brainwash yourself enough to enjoy.
Yeah.
The
as
kind
you watch
don't
this
like.
show, you guys can tell Andrew's all about being even kill, peace and love, and
With every type of
I'm
beer.
respect everybody.
Everybody love everybody.
I can be that way with all beers
Fuck that.
except sours. You know? That's just really.
That's a little
I don't think
racist
I'm
towards
ever,
beers. It's like
ever gonna like
I
them
love
sours.
everybody. I love everybody except for Jews.
Why are you discriminating against the
Hey,
sours?
I'm not Mel Gibson here. We're just talking about beer.
You're the Mel Gibson of the beer world.
Damn.
No.
Let me
fucked
That was
up.
pretty harsh.
That
That was
was
I
pretty
gotta
harsh.
reevaluate my life. Just kidding. Sours.
The people in Fort Worth demand you apologize to the sour.
This booze better not be kosher.
That is wow, Andrew. God damn
Yeah,
it, man.
You know, sours upset my stomach. Can
No,
I
I
go
can
that
understand
route?
that.
Yeah,
It's a
too
pH balance
acidic.
issue. I get
Yeah.
that. I get
Yeah,
that.
but it's so the reason that it's problematic is sours sounds like so close to a real life racial slur. Like that's
Whoa.
well,
Can I
I
say it?
know.
I'll say it. What is it?
no, it's just,
Say what is
no,
it?
it's just like
I'm trying to think
like
what it
I
is.
could see someone calling another racial group sours, right? Like get out of here, you fucking sour. Like
If you say it like that.
yeah, it just sounds too close.
That's what Kirsty said at that Whole Foods. She was looking at the sours. Like, get out of here, you sours.
We don't accept your kind around here.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of what race that would be.
I don't know. I thought he was
Or-
gonna like go from sours to sewers. That's where I thought he was going with that.
you know, just from their candy.
You don't like warheads?
What?
Well, I love warheads.
Oh,
No, I
that's
love
good.
warheads. The the candy and the armament.
So so let's get back to
Where are we?
away from
No,
racial
no.
slurs and back to rating this beer. I say for me personally, for buying some from getting like liking sour, I'm not sours. God damn it, stouts. I really really like this beer. This is definitely a buy for people who love stouts. And I mean porters. This is a porter.
Oh, if you like it, then you better put a number on it. What do you got for it?
Right?
Well, listen, we haven't really defined his rating system. For me right now, it's a 25. But once we define it,
I think we already have the scale kind of like broken down.
well, we don't
That's
Three
pretty
tiers.
high.
Well, we can't have 3
Weak,
tiers. Well, because-
Average, good.
No. We can't have 3 scales. Like we gonna have the 3 scales. We gotta have to really break it down because when you do it for attractiveness, it's all perspective, right? I do want to make it more uniform for
More
the beer.
objective for what we need
And
here.
each beer is vastly different. Are we gonna have a different rating scale for each style of beer? Because that's different. We have to break it down to each style of beer. So we definitely have to look into it.
We'll break that down.
See, you complicated it. I was like, what do you
So-
like?
On this current unapproved scale, what do you got? What do you have for this one?
I'm gonna go with
Be honest.
I'm gonna go with an 18 on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to say about a 23, 24. It's pretty good. It's pretty even stout. So it's not like overpowering at one point or another. It does have like a nice like hit in the beginning that I know you don't really care for, the cherry. But it definitely finishes out really smooth. And it's not a bad aftertaste. And chocolate's there. It's not lying. It's got chocolate and cherry. So you taste both. So I enjoy it.
It's definitely, it is what it says it is.
Yeah.
It's a cherry chocolate stout.
So like on that note, like there's times you try a beer and it'll say brewed with this and this and this, and you never
Taste it.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't taste it, but again, that could be like a palate issue.
Listen, if you don't taste it, it's not there. So before we wrap this up and move over to the news, and we're gonna start closing this segment out, we have some improvements we're gonna make to the show, and I want everybody's opinion. Please, if you like it, let us know. We're gonna change it here in the next few weeks. But when I say I want to change the rating system for each style of beer, see how you said the 1 to 10 was like Bud Lights and stuff like that, and that's more like pale ales, lagers and stuff like that.
Bitch beer.
Yeah, we should have
Don't hate on the lagers. Come on now.
That's why I looked at you like,
we should have a scale for each style of beer, and the rating should fall into a category like Coors Light should be 1 to 10 for American lagers, right?
Should almost be a 1 to 5.
And then if you want to make it, we can make it more complicated. We can.
we'll discuss that off air.
But
yeah.
and then
We'll
like
figure
the
that
one
out.
like a 11 to 10, 20 should be like a Miller Lite.
I don't know. We'll figure that out. That's kind of we'll see how that goes.
Anyway, but
Ziggy, what do we have for the news?
Guys, we have some really good ones today, and so because of that, I don't think we're going to have a choice because we have so many really good ones to get to.
You
Choose
pick
for
your
us.
favorite?
Yeah, the first one we're going to do,
Boy Scouts.
and we have a picture here. A woman accused of drunken, topless road rage assault.
What?
Let me show you guys her picture real quick.
I hope she's attractive. She is definitely a 2. Means that's why it's an assault.
That's a Bud Light right there, guys.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. A woman in Massachusetts is facing several felony charges after allegedly
Penalty charges.
waving a dagger at another driver while topless in an apparent drunken road rage attack. Susan Kettle, 39, of Sandwich, Massachusetts.
She was only 39.
Sandwich. Can we talk about that for a minute?
She does not look 39 by any means.
No.
was driving a blue Ford Explorer on Saturday when police received a call from another driver who claimed the woman tried to crash into the victim's car. Kettle then pulled behind the victim's vehicle at a red light and began waving a double-edged dagger. The Sandwich Police Department announced
That's
Monday.
better than the Donut Police Department.
Kettle then allegedly got out of the Explorer and ripped off her shirt before running bare-chested toward the victim's car while flailing the knife.
Wow.
The caller who contacted police, meanwhile, drove off.
Wow.
Kettle, who police say was intoxicated at the time, was later found and placed under arrest. A male passenger inside her car was also intoxicated and was placed in protective custody, police said.
Good job.
Okay.
Listen, the
Protective
reason, this
custody.
is the only reason this is felony charges and assault, and why he's in protective custody because how ugly she is.
Yeah.
Because if she was a 30, everybody be giving a pass.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, no, I don't need another look.
Scary. It's a little scary. Do not look 39.
She's got a crazy
She looks
smile.
about like 52.
But I'm happy that she had a knife because I thought she was like flopping tits on this person or like something. It's like, why is she shirtless?
Windshield wiper.
Why is she shirtless? Period.
Because if she was flopping a tit on someone, it would make sense. But instead, she ripped off her shirt to stab someone.
How does that make
Where's
sense?
the logic? I don't get it.
No, it doesn't get. But again, this is only assault because she's very unattractive.
I think the real story is the Sandwich Police Department and their response to that
Was
BLT
immediate.
or B&E. I'm sorry. What was it that they were doing?
What?
Let's go to the next news. Next news.
I'm sorry, guys, because this one is real. We have so many good news stories today.
So little time.
This is out of Denver. This is from the Denver Channel. Man sentenced in Colorado shooting preceded by $10,000 sale of broccoli that was supposed to be marijuana.
So he got arrested for selling something illegal.
No, he shot somebody. So okay.
Oh wait.
One of two drug dealers who sold two people a $10,000 bag of broccoli, then shot the buyers when they got angry for being duped, was sentenced to 16 years in prison late last week. Sababu Colbert Evans, 26, received the sentence after being convicted in May of attempted first-degree murder. The attempted murder charge carries a mandatory minimum of 16 years.
So, but this
But
was
that
in
sounds like
Denver,
good business.
Colorado, where weed is now legal. So why were they buying broccoli off this guy in an
Better
alleyway?
prices.
The shooting happened at Aurora, Colorado's mall on March 15th of last year, so weed was still legal at that time. A day before, Davis had given the bag of Davis, who is Sababu's partner in crime, had given the bag of recently purchased broccoli to the prospective buyers in exchange for $10,000.
That's
But
expensive as broccoli.
the buyers left the scene without realizing they had bought broccoli, so they arranged another deal for the next night while using different names. Around 7:30 p.m. on the 15th of March, the buyers showed up to the parking lot of the town center at Aurora to get the marijuana that they'd bought, that they thought they'd bought the day before. However, Davis brought Colbert Evans along with him this time and another bag of broccoli.
Oh my god!
They thought they were going to get away with this twice.
Damn.
I've heard that the weed sold in Colorado is like really good. So I don't know why you would
heard?
buy broccoli.
And when you buy them,
I've never been.
and when you buy them, they're really good. When you buy them from the
Personally?
stores, but no. Here's the deal. Two things on the story. Two things with the story I want to point out on this. Why will you buy it from a person? And for those who ever smoked or bought a half a pound of weed,
That's a lot. I've heard.
that's quite a bit.
Well,
Listen, wait, let me finish. When you buy a half pound of weed, you know what it looks like.
Yeah. I mean, broccoli looks nothing like weed.
Also, it's not frozen.
I want to say that the real culprit behind all of this is Ludacris because he refers to that broccoli
That's fair.
a lot in his songs. So
Well,
maybe
don't put that on Lucas. That's on
Luda.
that's Lil
Luda.
Yachty, Little Boat, dumbass month. I ain't gonna say that name. Wait.
he's after Ludacris. But yeah,
Lil Yachty. Anyway, listen, I say that's wrong. The guy should get it scot free. Like he did good business. He sold something that cost him 10 cents, and he sold it for 10,000.
he flipped it.
He flipped it. Yo, give that man. Yo, what I would do is I fine him $5,000 for shooting. And like, listen, the city's gonna fine you. City's gonna fine you $5,000, but you get to keep the other $5. You know, do you? Big ups.
And this is just the last line of this story because I love it when lawyers have jokes. After Colbert Evans' sentencing, 18th Judicial District Attorney George Brockler said,
Rockler.
Oh my god!
"This may be the first time that broccoli has been bad for someone's health."
but
Bam, drop the mic.
That's a good one for the
That man
comedy
should
show.
be fired and put to jail for that one. Yeah, that was a horrible joke. Let's stick to your
No,
job.
I got it.
And we have one more real quick one, and this one is so amazing, guys. This is out of Alabama.
course.
A Dothan, Alabama couple shocked after medical records reveal they are siblings.
Oh
No.
Yes.
Give me a picture. I need a
Yes,
picture.
They don't have a picture because
God damn it.
they haven't released their names, and
Oh,
this
I
is
feel like it's
why.
legit
This is
then.
why they haven't released their names, guys. The wife recently started a job at a medical clinic in the nearby town of Enterprise, and part of her work involved digitizing old paper records, including patient information.
Her job found it out for her.
She was asked to only enter records from the last decade, but she said she was curious to see if she could find her mother's records, as she had grown up in Enterprise in the 70s. The woman did indeed find her mother's patient file, and she opened it to great interest. However, It came as a shock to her that after reading that her mother had given birth to a boy at the age of 17 and then adopted him out. With a growing sense of dread, the woman instantly thought of her husband, who had also been adopted at birth and didn't know his real parents. The medical records did not give any more information about the child, and the woman's mother had passed away some years ago, so the only option was for the couple to take a DNA test. The results came back, and her husband was indeed her half-brother.
Wow.
Speaking to the Alabama Observer, the woman expressed her shock at the discovery. "I never suspected my mother had a child before me. To find out in this way is just gut-wrenching. But
That was gut wrenching.
But
No. Stop.
They're so
But-
happily.
my husband and I won't be split up over something like this. We made our vows and we'll tough it out."
That's so okay.
Wow.
That's okay. If you didn't know, and you hadn't known. I mean, do you split up at that point? How long? How long were they? How long were they together for?
It doesn't say anything about them because they don't want anybody to know that
Yeah,
it's them.
especially if they're really staying together. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Listen, I don't care if you together for 30 years. You gotta shut that shit. Shut it down. You gotta shut it down. If it's you get a pass, for not knowing.
Knowing, yeah.
You get a pass for
Yeah.
not knowing. But now that you know,
But what if it's like 20
you
years?
gotta get passed. I just said 30 years. You gotta shut it down.
Okay, here's my only thing. If they had kids, there's like some genetic like stuff that can
I hope
come
they don't
into
have
play, like as far as like their kids having like abnormalities. But I mean, love is love, and let love in. You
Fuck
know,
that.
Then
Everybody love everybody.
That sounds like rape.
I
That
would
sounds.
always question
Rape,
my
no,
love
never.
after that. Like, was it subconsciously my genetics were telling me that's my half brother and that's what drew me to him? You know, science is amazing. That's fucking gross. After I found that out, I'd be like, oh,
I can't love nobody. You can't love nobody.
Oh,
do you think that when they were dating, she was like, she looked into his eyes and was like, I see a lot of myself in you. You know? You think that ever kind of came into play?
I hope not.
I feel like we're the same person. You know? It's just
You
like I
have
know
so much.
you.
No.
Like
We're
I've
so
known you for so
connected.
long.
No,
We have so much in common, like half our DNA.
That's a good one. That's crazy. I don't know what to do at that point.
no, you break up. You break up.
But that's like I don't know. I don't know. There's
feel like
a lot of variables.
No, there is no variable.
there is.
They get listen. If they knew each other were siblings and they stopped it, like Game of Thrones. That's disgusting, right? Those siblings that fuck each
love.
other. No, that's disgusting. look at your siblings.
That's my brother, so that's all I got. I don't.
Oh, you're gay?
No, well,
Oh, I never knew, Andrew.
No.
We're on the same team.
Well, ask your wife about
Sorry,
that.
Amy.
Ask your wife about this, and see what she says.
She'll be like, "Fuck that, I'm out." That's
No,
what she would
but
say.
the reason he can't do that is the minute he asks his wife that question, you know what she says? Wait, do you know something that I don't? Like
Yeah,
that
right?
is the response to that question.
I'd be like, babe, did you watch this show today? That's it. That's how I start the conversation.
He's like, watch some Game of Thrones. What do you think about that? That's weird, right? Or is it okay?
Is it cool? Is it
All
cool?
right, I'm moving out to the guest house. I'll see you later.
You have a guest house?
I don't, but the lady does. I assume.
Will soon.
Will off.
No,
But,
man, that's just you gotta shut it down, man. You gotta shut
Yeah.
this down. And as we
And
talk about
shut
shutting it down,
Wrap it up.
We
it for
wrapping
the
this show up.
Yeah.
There are some. We're gonna do some cosmetic changes to the show coming up here in the next few weeks. Especially with social media. When we wrap this up, we will have like pop-ups with our social media info. I know it's hard for you guys, hard for anybody to try to follow our social media with us just stating it out and blurring out there. But so here in the next few weeks, we make some changes to our intro, to our exit, as well as
easier.
how we format the show. We definitely going to make it more streamlined, but definitely still want to make it more entertaining for you guys. So any suggestions, anything you like or don't like about our changes coming up in the next few weeks, please feel free to comment below if you see this on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube.
Yeah, I think
What-
most importantly, find us on Facebook at Dallas Beer Talk, and then also Instagram, Dallas Beer Talk.
That's right.
Always reach out to any of us there for any suggestions on the show
Definitely.
or what you want to see on the show.
Yeah, and also on Untapped. So we're gonna start posting all the beers we've had and all that jazz. So Untapped, Dallas Beer Talk.
Yeah, and then we're going to make it easy to find out all our links and stuff. Also, forget about SoundCloud, but it's going to be up there as well, and iTunes once I figure it out. But Ziggy, before we leave, anything you want to plug in this week?
Yeah, guys, I don't do social media because it is terrible. But you can catch me every Thursday at the back door at 8:30, every Saturday at the back door at 8 and 10:15, where I will probably be hosting the late show. And guys, I'm pretty excited. I got hired on. I am the editor for an upcoming musical. I'm pretty excited about that. It's
Okay. Legit?
So
Yes,
Oklahoma?
yes, it is no, actually, it is a musical about the first animal that was ever cloned. It's called Hello, Dolly. So I'm excited for that.
Hey, that's what's up. Big ups to that. You know?
Dolly Parton.
Pardon me, you're a fucking ass. With that being said, everybody love everybody.
right.
Right.
Trademark by Drew.
And also hashtag drinking under the talking under the influence.
Yes, hashtag talking on the influence.
Hey.
Hashtag Dallas Beertalk. Listen, guys, we appreciate you guys tuning in. We love you guys. Much love and respect. Everybody have a good weekend. Have fun out there. Peace.
All right, kids. Does everyone know what time it is? Yeah! That's right. It's time for a...